Hi, it's Darlene, and I really appreciate you coming by. Today's video is going to be just kind of an explanation on how I decorate my pages for my business side of everything. I created these little labels to cover the 3 areas on my business planner. On my family planner, I do pretty much what everybody else does, and you know, I do the home, the family, and personal, and I have stamps for that, but I don't have any stamps for something that states what I really needed to state for my business side and keep me organized on this end of things. So I just kind of went through and I made some labels that I wanted one section to be for my video schedule, one section for any social media, whether I'm blogging, if I'm putting something out on Instagram, whatever, etc. And then projects, things that I'm working on, ideas I have coming up, things that I kind of want to do in the future, and that helps me flip through if I'm looking at a certain timeline and I wanted to do, for example, start decorating or designing a project for Christmas, and I want to start doing it in July or August. I can take the ones that I printed up with the corresponding colors and start penciling that in so that I kind of get a timeline, I guess is what I'm trying to say, so I can schedule things better. I'm trying to stay a little bit more focused on keeping things moving forward instead of stalling like they have done in the past. Then I'm not accomplishing what I want to accomplish. And then at the bottom, I'm leaving a spot where I can just kind of update my Etsy shop once in a while. Let's say I'm taking a different picture, or I finished one of my projects and I need to do a listing. I can do a listing on those days. So I'm kind of trying to space out things, and so I made some different little tags for myself, little flags, different little things that I'm going to probably maybe put blog in here, something to that effect, and then stick it on those days. So I just wanted to share this with you. I went through and I did my best trying to match the colors, the RGB codes for the colors that match the months of the planner, and I came pretty close, I think, so I'm satisfied with it. I also went on the vintageglamstudio.com, and she has complimentary labels, different colors for different months for different reasons, and I chose this one. This is the teal checklist planner stickers, and I'm going to cut some of those out and also add them in January, so that helps me out with keeping things moving forward here. So I also found this little gold tassel on Webster's Pages. There's lots of really pretty colors. But seeing I have a gold coil, I thought that would complement it really nicely. I have a coil charm that I'm going to make for the family planner, but I thought that was kind of cute for just, that'll separate my business one. Seeing that this wasn't intentionally supposed to be a business one, I didn't change the cover for that reason. This was an error on Erin Condren, and they just sent me a new one and they didn't want this back. So I'm going to start doing my labels for this area. So I'm going to take, I know that you can do these on electronic cutting machine too, by tracing and cutting out. I started playing around with a little bit, and it's working, but it's not hitting all the cut lines. So I don't know if I need to make more room between them, and it's happened to other cut files that I've tried to do too. So I'm still learning my silhouette regarding that type of thing. So I'm going to do this a little bit, you know, the old-fashioned way for right now, and I'll still be working on that at a later date. So I'm going to just take a steel edged ruler. This is the Tim Holtz ruler, but it is literally falling apart. This is coming right out, so I am ordering another steel ruler with a cork back on it. I love this because it's a 0 center, but I need the edge right now. So I'm just going to trim one column off. And I really think you need a pretty decent sharp blade for this. I'm one that forgets to change my blade, and I tend to push really hard and I start feeling, wow, this isn't cutting, and then I realize, well, you should have changed the blade. And then when you put in a new blade, you can't believe how easy it cuts. Okay, there's the final one for this side of the page. So that's kind of a little project where you can just sit down, you're watching TV, just sit on your lap and cut a few labels. It's a lot better than constantly writing this in, because I don't have any stamps for this. So I hope that will give you an idea of how I set up the page, and then I'm going to continue on with how I kind of decorate it for this year. I'm going to do a snowflake theme here to match the family one. I'm trying to do, the family one is going to have the same theme as the work one. I just kind of am just going to keep them going both ways. So I've got some snowflakes on the family one, and I'm just going to kind of keep the same theme, only I think I'm not going to use the blue. I'm going to use like an iridescent white, just so that it really doesn't look so busy and overly happy. I need to keep it more clean so that I really focus on my projects. So I will set up for that. I'm going to add the final touches on the side of some snowflakes, but I'm going to make them like little very subtle glimmer. And I have this old Stampin' Up stamp pad called Illuminate. It's a pigment ink, so it takes a little bit while to dry. But I pulled this size, which is the medium size snowflake, and I think I'm just going to pop a few on the spots that I haven't added my projects to yet. I still have some more things to add on here, but I want to put this on first and let this dry. So I'm going to go over a little bit here. Wipe that up. It looks so pretty in the light. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's a nice subtle look. So I'm going to put a couple more. I have some other images that I have off of an old stamp set that was a Hostess stamp set. This was called Snow Buddies from way back when. And I just pulled a couple little snowflakes here, so I'm going to pop them in. It's nice when you have something translucent like this because you can still fill up your page, but it isn't going to be offensive to what you're trying to accomplish as far as using your planner for what it's meant for, that it doesn't need to be always flashy and crazy bright with a ton of washi all over it. I mean, I love it either way, but truly I'll still be adding a couple more things here, but I just wanted to show you how I stamp that on. Then I can still write some more projects here. I can still journal here. I usually add when I have an idea or there's a new design or just a little note to myself, so I still have some stamping to do here that I'll show you. And then we're going to be almost done. Alright, I took a little 1/4 inch slice off of one of the, obviously the 12-inch, that is the 12 by 12 pad of that glitzy paper. And I've cut 2 pieces at 1/4 by 5. And the remaining 2 I'm going to put over here. I think I'm going to just accent it a little bit. I still want it to have that frosty feel, but I don't want it to be too much to where it's going to take away from me seeing what I need to do for the week. So I'm going to apply some score tape on the back of these pieces. Well, here's my final weekly layout. I've put a few of the labels from the teal checklist planner stickers that I had showed you before from Vintage Glam Studio. Added a few in there. I added it up here, my to-do list with my top 3 goals. Added a little bit of sequins. I still have some projects to log down here that I need to do. These are answering comments from the videos when I upload and you guys all comment, then I usually like to answer my comments right away as soon as I can. So seeing I always put a video up on Sunday, I'll usually start answering comments on Monday. And same thing, Thursday I try to get to them on Friday. And that just gives you an idea of how I try to run my weeks and what I'm trying to do this year to be more on top of everything. I'm not quite sure if you can see how subtle those snowflakes are now that they're dry, but I think it looks really nice. You can tell that they're there, but it's a real subtle image. So hopefully you were able to see how I did this bookmark. If not, I'll put a little link to that. And that's about it for today. I really appreciate you stopping in and let me know what you think about this. I hope that a couple of little things in here have given you ideas on something to do for your planner. So I'll see you again soon. Bye.